Hey guys, we're starting this video and it's kind of strange because it's actually a Sunday. But as I told you in the end of the last video, we are picking up a new shop car and this was the best day to go do it. Luckily, Yari's giving me a ride in his pickup truck over there to pick up the new car. Sit tight and see what you guys think. I think you're gonna like it. Oh man, we're almost there. Getting so close. We're just gonna turn the corner and we're gonna see it. There's something going on with the lock on this side? That's weird. Probably like a plastic clip or something. It's always going to be little things. It's a used car. Yeah, isn't that weird that they don't have glove boxes?
Well, they have something back
They have like storage compartments back there. Yeah, they kind of have like glove boxes, like little.
There's two of these right there.
It's a slight upgrade from this car, I'd say. It's like the grown-up version.
Yeah.
Man, it's windy as heck out here, but let's go for a quick test drive really quick and see what we think of this thing. Alright, Yari, how do you feel about holding this camera? Alright. Starts up pretty nice. So this car is pretty much, I think it's just had one owner. So the guy's had it for, since he got it pretty much new. It has 137,000. When I first saw it, it had 125,000, but that was like 6 or 7 months ago and they were commuting in it basically. And I just thought, man, it's like decently maintained, and I've seen so many of these that are just really not taken care of. So I kind of like this one because it was basic. Wasn't super expensive, and it seems pretty well maintained. So I'm gonna test drive it and see what I think. But it feels pretty good so far.
What year is it?
This is a 2005. Gotta go find an open road. I am lost in this neighborhood right now.
So, I was gonna say go back the way you came.
Man, traction actually sucks. Oh, this car needs a turbo.
Yep.
Already, first test drive, I'm like,
Because we're gonna start saying we say that about every car.
I know, but I do though. I actually think that about every car. Like, typically I only buy cars that are turboed, or cars that I'm buying just to turbo, which I'm literally gonna turbo this immediately. I'm pretty sure the channel already knows. This is so cool. Yep, no idea how to do that. Probably the worst person to drift a car ever. And I thought it would slide a little, that thing like what?
No, they slide a lot.
He's super slidey. Oh my gosh, I guess I have to laugh. I'm really good at building cars, but I never have owned a rear-wheel drive car. Go down a little bit farther. That was actually exciting. Yeah, I mean, the thing drives and sounds like literally flawless as far as engine-wise. It just needs some more power. Alright, let's take it back and finish up this deal. And we will have a new car for the channel. Yeah, I don't see any other cam phasers. It just has the regular DE one. So this is actually a 2005 DE, like I was thinking. Yeah. Z33 BQ35DE. So that kind of like dispels that myth that all 2005s are rev ups. I actually have one other customer that has a 2005 that is not a rev up either, because I see it in the ECU. Alright, man, thanks for helping me go pick up the Z.
No problem.
I'll see you tomorrow.
Yep.
Ah, so happy to have it home. Welcome home, 350Z. Oh man, the things that we're gonna do to this car. I can't even wait. This is just very exciting. Okay, now I know this sounds crazy, but I'm walking out to the Z to drive it to the shop for the first time, and I usually like clip my keys onto my bag, but I actually have to get the key out and put it in the car. I know this sounds like first world problems, but all my BMWs don't, I don't have to use the key, so like I'm not used to actually using one. It's pretty funny. I do have to use one on the Chevy though, that new wonderful Chevy pickup I purchased. This is kind of interesting. I've actually never really owned a car that only had 2 seats, except for, I guess I had some CRXs, but I always threw people in the back anyway because there's enough room. All right, first drive to the shop. Let's see how it goes. I guess first order of business is going to be getting the brake squeak fixed. It's pretty ridiculous, actually. Getting like a 4-door G35 would have been much more practical for me. But I kind of just felt like you just lose a little bit of the sport car feel. So I just really wanted to have a 350Z. I mean, it's the right car. So a G35 would have been acceptable. And even the 4-door is not that big of a deal. It's just that I kind of wanted to have the same thing that most people modify, so that we could all kind of modify them together. I feel like I might be able to sort out some good ways to fix some of the common problems with these cars. And I'm really hoping to do that to my own car here, and then also to show you guys what kind of things I come up with. So I think it's like a win-win. And it's like a really good excuse to get a super non-family car, like sports car, even though I should be driving like a family car. Alright, made it to work. Okay, I got my other projects done for the day, so I figured I would take a few minutes and get the old vacuum fired up, clean out the interior of that thing, wipe it down a bit, make it all nice and clean, make it a little nicer to drive, and then kind of just give it the once over. You know, I haven't really got to clean it up and make it mine yet, so it's kind of the first thing I like to do when I get a car. This is really exciting. Hope you guys are excited. I'm excited. Just driving this thing is a lot of fun. Like a rear-wheel drive car like this, you know, it has just enough power to like spin the tire stock. It's a pretty fun place to start, and you know, it's only gonna get better from here. So all right, I'm gonna go vacuum this thing up and clean it really quick and get it all shiny. This is about as much truck as I'd probably put on the lift. That's some heavy American power. All right, well, we've got to change out the starter on old Betsy. we've been driving it around, and Emerson decided to name the truck Betsy. And I feel like it's kind of appropriate because she's an old girl, you know what I'm saying?
Sure is an old girl.
Oh, maybe I haven't introduced Emerson. Emerson works here, and he is our lead mechanic. And I guess I haven't really introduced him. He's been here for, I don't know, a couple months now.
3.5 months. Well, 4 months.
Yeah. And he just is really fast with the wrenches. So there we go. By the time I finish making this silly video, he'll probably have Betsy fixed. She decided to stop starting yesterday. So we basically have to pull the starter really quick and replace it. It's no big deal. But I figured I'd share that. Also, it's kind of funny for me to see that gigantic truck on my my little automotive lift. Crazy. This is such a big starter. It's like double the size of an import starter. Oh, I don't want any judgment in the comment section about how rusty old Betsy is. She's a good old girl.
Sure is.
Anybody else think it's kind of fun when you get to actually like see all underneath your car? Wow, look at the exhaust. That's crazy. That's not the best thing I've ever seen in my life. Since I'm here at the shop and I have the laptop, I'm gonna go ahead and hook up the uprev to the car and see like how far it is off from stock. He does have like a cold air intake on it and just a little bit of exhaust, not like, it still has catalytic converters and everything, but sometimes I'm curious to see how it's been running, how far off it is on like fuel trims and stuff. So I'm gonna peek at that really quick while I get the baseline dyno numbers. So when you first hook up your uprev cable, it searches for your ECU. Once it finds it, it tells you like what ECU part number. This is a CF000. And once you have that number, you can get a base file and a tune file. And once you pay for the uprev license, you can obviously flash it and start making changes. But for today, I'm just gonna download the base file and hook up the data logger and see what the stock file looks like, what options are available, and then how close the fuel trims are with the like small modifications the previous owner made. Like I said, the intake and a small bit of exhaust. Since I have the software pulled up and I have the tune file out, I can look at a few things while I'm dynoing it. It's pretty cool. This pulls up like all your data, like a bunch of different sensors that I might want to see. Like this is our actual air fuel ratio. As you can see, it's pretty close to target. It's barely even trimming at all. Maybe just a little. It's maybe off just a hair, but not much at all. It looks pretty good. And yeah, I can kind of just watch some of this stuff and I can go over it later and just look at all the data. So I'll do this really quick and make some test pulls, and I'll let you guys know where the horsepower is at. Alright guys, so I made 3 different pulls, and basically one of them was 218, one was 215, one was 216, or almost 217. It's like basically right in the middle. So we'll call it 216. That's really not that bad. About 210 foot-pounds of torque as well. So I feel like that's a really good starting point. I feel like that's a little higher than most of them dyno, so I'm assuming that, you know, mileage kind of plays a factor in some of this. Because most of the ones I dyno struggled to hit about 210 horsepower, so I feel like I got a pretty good car. We'll have to see where it goes from here. Alright, this might be the last clip, but I do have to dyno another cool car today. Maybe I'll show you guys that. Okay, hang tight. I'm just going to show you. It's an RB25 240. You'll like it. You made it. That's good. Yeah, that looks pretty good. When did that happen? Crazy. So you've been on the stock ECU and now we're switching over to Haltech.
Yep.
Plug and play. We'll have to see how it goes. It's been a really long time since I've actually dynoed a RB. Have we dynoed your car here before or no?
No.
I don't think so.
Never.
Cool.
First time.
Did Christmas come early or something?
Yeah, pretty much.
Weren't we talking about this? And you're like,
Yeah.
but it's so expensive.
Yeah.
It's pretty.
Yeah.
I love it. I love how the map sensor is already built into it as well. Okay, we got the Haltech all plugged in and working. And car was idling just a minute ago. Seems like it's running pretty good. So now let's rip this thing on the dyno and see what it makes stock. Probably it's still going to be at like, what, about 5 PSI is where you had it?
Yeah.
So hopefully it's kind of at a similar PSI. And we'll see what a good old RB25 makes. Goodness gracious, Yari!
In the driver's seat.
Why you gotta be flexing?
Show him the video. Hey, show him the video.
Bro, you're gonna be famous on the gram now too. Oh my gosh, that's rowdy.
Hey, they're gonna hate us so much at the
Oh my gosh.
people day.
Holy crap.
You don't ever go out to
Goodness gracious, Yardy. Alright guys, we got finished tuning the 240SX. He'll probably come back another day to turn his boost up, but man, this has been a pretty exciting video with the new car coming. Can't wait to show you guys more in the future, but for now, we're gonna go ahead and call that it for this video, and we'll see you guys in a few days.